Hi, I'm Nicole Zacola, a literacy specialist at Vantage Learning, and today we're going to take a closer look at the writing carousel. The writing carousel represents how strong writing develops through intentional movement. Writers don't move through writing randomly. Instead, they cycle through thinking, planning, drafting, and revising as their ideas grow strong and become more defined. At the center of that movement is the foundation every piece of writing stands on. Before students begin drafting, revising, or refining, they are already positioned on that foundation. Today, we are going to focus on the platform of the writing carousel and why clarity at this level makes every other part of writing more effective. At the base of the writing carousel is the platform. This platform represents the foundation every piece of writing stands on: context, purpose, and audience. Even before students write a single sentence, they are responding to a situation. There is a reason they are writing, a task they are responding to, and someone on the other side of the page. When this foundation is clear, writing has direction. Students can make decisions with confidence. When it isn't clear, writing often feels scattered, even when students are motivated and capable. Writing is always a response to a context. That context might be a prompt, a question, a real-world situation, or a learning task. Regardless of the form, context sets expectations for what the writing should do. When students don't fully understand the context, their writing can drift off topic or miss the intent of the task. This isn't a skill deficit, it's a clarity issue. Strengthening the platform helps students understand what they are being asked to do before they try to do it. Purpose answers the question, why am I writing this? Are students explaining, arguing, reflecting, or informing? Purpose helps them understand what kind of thinking the writing requires. When purpose is clear, students make stronger choices about structure, evidence, and elaboration. Their writing becomes more intentional because they understand what the writing is meant to accomplish. Without a clear purpose, students often default to listing ideas or filling space rather than communicating meaning. Audience shapes how writers communicate ideas. Students write differently when they know who will read their work. They adjust their tone, clarify their thinking, and decide how much detail to include. When audience is vague or ignored, writing can sound generic or disconnected. Teaching students to consider their audience helps their writing sound more natural, purposeful, and thoughtful. Audience awareness turns writing into communication, not just an assignment. Writing improves through iteration. Drafting, revising, and refining give writers opportunities to strengthen ideas, clarify meaning, and improve how their message is communicated. The iteration reminder on the platform reinforces an important idea. Writing is not a one-time event. It's a process that unfolds over time. When students understand that revision is about improving meaning, not just fixing errors, they are more willing to engage in the process. When context, purpose, or audience are unclear, writing often feels unfocused or incomplete. Students may struggle to revise because they don't know what they are revising toward. Feedback can feel confusing or overwhelming when the foundation isn't clear. These are not motivation problems, they are foundation problems. Strengthening the platform gives students a clearer target for their writing and for their revisions. Effective instruction makes the platform visible and explicit. When teachers clarify the task, revisit purpose, and talk about audience throughout the writing process, students gain confidence in their decisions. This ongoing clarity supports meaningful revision because students understand what strong writing looks like in this specific context. Making the platform visible helps students become more independent and intentional writers over time. The platform reminds us that writing success begins with clarity. When students understand context, purpose, and audience, and when they are given time and support to iterate, the entire writing process becomes more effective. Strong foundations support stronger writing, not just for one assignment, but across every writing experience students encounter. As we move through the writing carousel, the platform stays constant. When we take time to make context, purpose, and audience clear, we give students a foundation they can rely on, no matter what they're writing or where they are in the process. In the next part of the writing carousel, we'll build on this foundation by looking more closely at how writers begin to think and plan with intention.